Hello math learners, welcome to MATH-JASTIN's Mathematics Lessons and Techniques. So that our topic for today is all about the permutations. So let us begin. So we have our objective in permutation. So find sample space using permutations and combination. Yun. Pag sabi natin kasing sample space, halimbawa, if we toss a coin, like maybe the result will be, maybe tails and heads. So halimbawa, if we toss the coin 2 times, so maybe the result is tails tails, head tails, or tails head, or so on and so forth. So ganun po yung example ng sample space. So the tossing is experiment, no? So now, relevance. So what is the relevance? Our lesson permutation. Learn various methods of finding out how many outcomes of a probability experiment are possible. So using this information to find the probability. So the probability I will discuss in my incoming video. No. Excuse me. So definition. So in terms of permutation, it is an arrangement of object in a specific order. So that is, order matters. So we have some example. So how many ways can you arrange 3 people for a picture? So note that you are all 3 people. So the answer is 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 6. So ito yung paano natin siya isosolve. This will be the solution. So baka naguluhan kayo, ano ba ang kinalaman ng 2 sa 1? Eh ang naman natin is 3. So factorial, when we say factorial, so ito yung formula ng ating factorial. So this is the same as using a factorial. So kung pag nakakakita kayo, halimbawa etong n na ito, hindi literally kapag binasa nyo, isisigaw nyo. That we can read n factorial. Natin ito, isisigaw natin siya. Kasi sa English, 'di ba? Ibig sabihin galit. So dito sa exclamation point na nakita niyo sa mathematics, ibig sabihin that is factorial. So what is a formula? Kapag i-convert niyo siya, so we have n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 hanggang sa mapunta siya sa 1. Kaya ba 1 million factorial sa mula 1 million times 900,999 hanggang 1. Yun po yun. So dito, kung makapapansin nyo, so using the previous example, so we have 3 times 3 minus 1 times 3 minus 2. So we have 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 6. Hindi porket nakakita ng exclamation point, kasi sa English sinisigaw nga, hindi sasabing 3. That is 3 factorial. Next. So factorial can be found on our graphic calculator. So example, find 5 calculator steps. So, ito, depende yon kung meron kayong ganung klaseng calculator, ano. So, A, so that you're going to 5, math, PRB, 4, and then factorial, then enter. So, dun nyo na makuha. Pero kung, merong iba kasi minsan sa calculator, sa scientific, merong iba na, yung talagang meron na talaga siyang factorial. So, for example, we have 8 factorial. So, mga ganun. Then, try nyo sa calculator. Maybe sa mga calculator app, like Photomath, whatsoever. So, this is the example. So, yan po. So, example. So, suppose a business owner has a choice of 5 locations in which to establish her businesses. She decides to rank them from best to least. So, according to certain criteria, how many different ways can she rank them? So, kung mapapansin nyo rito, we have that she are going to rank them in 5s. So, we are going to use 5 factorial. So, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 120. So, 5 times 4 is equal to 20 times 3, 60 times 2, 120 times 1, also 120. So, the answer is 120. So, note she ranked all 5 locations. No? So, next. So, what if she only wanted to rank the top 3s? So, 5 times 4 times 3. 60. So, that's the answer. This is no longer a factorial problem because you don't rank all of them. Merong iba na binibigay lang. Halimbawa, if you're going to rank the 5 members or the 5 whatever, so that you're going to from best to least. Pero ang nangingi lang is tatlo, di 5 times 4 times 3. So, meron talaga tayong formula dyan, no? So now, we have our permutation rule. So we have sub n, p sub r is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorials. So when n is total of number of the objects and r how many you need. Kanina 'di ba dito, the r is the number of the objects, then r hanggang ilan lang. So tatlo lang kinailangan, pero ang total is 5. So ganun lang din 'yon. Ayan, ito yung tinutukoy ko po. So, eto, balik tayo. So ayan. So n objects taken r at a time, no? So now, balik dito tayo sa example na para mas klaro ang komputasyon. So remember the businesswoman who only wanted rank the 3 out of 5 places. So we have 5 times 4 times 3 is equal to 60. Kumbaga ito lang ginawa lang nating technique, ano? So now we have 5 sub 5 p sub 3. The permutation of 5 and 3. So is equal, so n is equal to 5. Then the r is equal to 3. So 5 factorial, ayan na yung kinopya lang dito, oh. Then ginawa, ma-minus natin ito, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So we have only 2 factorial. So we have 5 factorial divided by 2 is equal to 120 divided by 2. So we have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 20. Then 2 times 1 is equal to 2. So 120 divided by 1 is equal to 60. No? This is a permutation. Permutations can be found on your graphing calculator. So example 5 sub 5 and 3 sub 3. So calculator steps, so you are going to press 5 math PRB 2 colon NPR then 3 and then enter. Kasi sa calculator ko, pipindutin ko yung shift, then I will going to press the multiplication sign, so I have P. Kung makikita niyo yung P. So I'm going to find the 5 and 3. We have 5 and 3. So ito siya. Then that we're going to compute. So I got 60. So dito rin, tingnan natin kung pareho lalabas. 60 rin. Kasi 'di ba dito kanina? Wait. Kasi kanina dito So ayan, 60. So 60 rin yung lumabas dito sa akin. So tama yung proof na pwede tayong gumamit ng calculator in a permutation. Pero depende kung gusto nyo yung kung paano yung ginagawa like this. Ano? But it's all up to you. Kapag wala kayo sa calculator, pwede nyo gamitin yung mismong formula na ito. Yung ganyan mismo. Basta alam nyo kung ano yung n, kung ano yung r. Yun lang po yun. Excuse me. So, ayan po yung ating, ano. So, dito na tayo. So, now, may advance tayo, 336. So, example. So, a TV news director wishes to use 3 news stories on the evening news. She wants the top 3 news stories out of 8 possible. How many ways can the program be set up? So, the answer is 336. How? So, that is the computation na nakaano sa akin. So, kung gagamitan din natin siya ng calculator, so, meron tayong 8 and 3. So, ito, base sa aking computation, ginawa ko siya, minus ko siya na factorial, 8 factorial, ayan, yung minus natin. So, ginawa ko, finactorial ko yung 5, then meron tayong 1. So, gumamit ako ng cancellation para hindi ako mahirapan. Pero kayo, kung gusto niyo ng sakit ng ulo, pwedeng wag niyo pwedeng wag niyo i-cancel kung gusto niyo lang naman ng sakit ng ulo. Pero ako ayoko ng sakit ng ulo kaya kinancel ko. As a technique para hindi tayo mahirapan. So ayan. So ang natira is 8 times 7 times 6. So the answer is 336. So that's why I got 336. Next example. How many ways can a chairperson and an assistant be selected for a project if there are 7 scientists available? So we have 7 and 2 is equal to 42. So i-calculate gagamit din tayo ng calculator, no? Kung gusto nyo lang naman. Pero kung gusto nyo talaga ng sakit ng ulo, gusto nyo may stress, okay, gumamit. So, answer is ayan. So, paano natin nakuha yung 42? So, ito yung ating computation. So, we have 7 and 7 minus 2. So, now, kinancel ko yung may magkakaparehong 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ayan. Kinancel ko kasi ayoko ng sakit ng ulo eh. So, we have 7 times 6 is equal to 42. Tama ba ang sagot natin base dito naman sa calculator? So, I got 42. So, my answer is correct. So, next. So, that's why I got 42. So, now. So, ito. Naulit lang ito, no? Yan lang din po yun. So, next. Why we got 3024? So, how many ways can 4 books be arranged on a shelf if they can be selected from 9 books? So, now, this is the solution that I have. So, now we have 9 and 4, no? So, while I will going to type. So, now, in 9, 4, so we have 9 factorial. So, from 9 hanggang 1. 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, we have 9 minus 4, so 5. So, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, kinancel ko to. Kinancel ko to. So, now we have 9 times 8 times 7 times 6. So, I have 72 times 42. So, 7 times 6, 42. Then, 9 times 8 is 42. So, that I got 3024. So, dito naman sa aking calculator, kung iaano nyo, so, ayan, kung mapapansin nyo, so that I got my answer 3024. So, that's why I got 3024. Pero depende nga sa inyo kung gusto nyo gumamit ng calculator. O kaya yung mismong equation. Kapag di pwedeng permutate sa calculator, pwedeng by formula nun. So, okay. Last. Maybe, I'm not if this last or not. So, factorial is also a permutation. So, how many ways can 4 books be arranged on a shelf? So, walang sinabing eksakto. So, automatic, meron tayong 4. So, wala kasi tayong in-arrange from the ganyan-ganon. So, meron 4 lang. Automatic, meron na tayong 4. So, you can do 4 factorial or you can set it up as a permutation. So, answer is 4 is equal to 24. Why? So, why kaya? So, now, I also get ready the calculation, no? So, now, this is my solution. So, we have 4 is equal to 4 factorial. Meron tayong 4 minus 4. So, yan. So, we have 4 factorial is divided by 0 factorial. So, kapag nakakita tayo ng 0 factorial, that 0 factorial is always equal to 1. Even the 1 factorial is always equal to 1. Yung parang sa 0 factorial, parang nakuha siya dun sa loss of zone. If the number was raised to the 0th power, it is always equivalent to 1. Same as dito sa factorial. If the 0 considered as factorial, that is always equal to 1. So, yan po. So, we have 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, kinancel ko itong parehong 1. So, ito po ang natira. So, that's why I got 24. Tama rin ba sa calculator natin? So, we got 24. So, sumunod. So, ito pala yung ating sagot. We have 24. That's why we got 24. So, note. So, like I said, the 0 factorial is always equal to 1. Then, and 1 factorial is always equal to 1. So, in other words, how many ways can I listen, sing, read, first and second, etc., president, vice president, chair, assistant, and eat? Parang gano'n lang sa ating permutation, no? So, special permutation when letter must repeat. So, how many permutation? Ito, by letters na to, ha? How many permutations of the word seem can be made? let's say, since there are 4 letters, the total possible ways is 4. If each E is labeled differently, also there are 2 ways of permute E1 and E2, but since they are indistinguishable, these duplicates must be eliminated by dividing by 2. So, kasi dalawa yung E eh. So, yun. So, now, how many permutation of the word seem can be made? So, ito yung ating no? We have 4 divided by 2. So, kasi dalawa yung natin eh. So, we have 4 and 2. So, now, the answer is 12. So, tama rin sa aking calculator. We have 12. So, now, this leads to another permutation rule when things repeat. It reads the number of permutation of n objects which K1 are alike, then K2 are alike, etc. So, example. So, find the permutation of the word Mississippi. Mississippi. So, number of letters. So, we that have the total of 11 letters. So, the M is 1, the I is 4, the S is 4, the P is 2. Dalawa yung may letter na P, 4 yung S, 4 yung I, isa yung M, at 11 letters lahat. So, ganito, 11 factorial divided by 1 factorial times 4 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial is equal to 34,650. Why? So, that is the answer. So, you can eliminate the 1s because they are equal to 1. So, automatic na eh. Kung technique lang, alis kahit huwag nyo na ilagay yung 1. Ano? So, ito yon. Pero, ang hindi dapat mawala, yung 2. 1 lang ang tatanggalin. Pero 0, kapag nilagay naman ng 0, edi 0 rin yung sagot nun. So, now, we have 11P and R. So, wala yung R natin eh. So, we have 11. So, we have 11 factorial. So, ito yung ating. So, mahaba-haba to. So, ngayon, ginawa lang natin sila ng technique. So, inalis natin yung magkakapareho. Inalis natin to. Then, ito, binalik ko natin sa 4. Then, ito yung natira eh. Ito rin yung natira. So, now, ito yung naging result nung minultiply natin to hanggang dito. So, ayan po. So, kinancel natin siya dito. Kinancel ko, kaya ito yung natira. No? So, now. So, we have this now. No? So, the 4 factorial is equivalent to 24. No? Kasi ito, dinivide ko to sa 2. Kaya ito na lang. So, ito yung natin yung sa 4. So, now, yung 4 factorial is equivalent by 24. That I'm going to divide this to 24 so that I got 34,650. So, that's why that is the answer. Okay. So, the lesson about combination that I'm going to discuss in my next video.